Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
This goes to the man and the team who made all of this possible. Look how it was the last one, but the last, the best, and here it is. Director of Technologies, Mr. Frank Cooper, President, and Lou Squio. Thank you so much.
Today we were doing the unveiling of our solar photovoltaic system that was donated to East Islip School District by Direct Grid and a number of other companies and installed by Solar Dad and Sons. This program with the new solar system will give kids an opportunity to come down to see the components that make up the solar photovoltaic system, but more importantly, we will make it able for each of the students to go on any of our computers in the school or at home and to monitor how the energy is being produced at the high school. And that will be during the morning, afternoon, evening, on a rainy day, a cloudy day, a sunny day. And for students who are creative and are into science and math, they'll be able to do data analysis. They'll be able to actually say, at this time we're producing this, and compared to what energy was a year ago, with this system, we have reduced the cost somewhat. And just imagine if we make it bigger.
So I applaud East Islip Schools, Direct Grid, Home Performance Technologies, and all the partners that were mentioned here, Solar Dads and others. Really a pretty phenomenal thing, and I think it does serve as a model for how industry can work with academia to prepare students for not just taking classes, but taking classes that will take them to what's work.
In 2009, it was my senior year, we came up with the Career Academy Environment Green. So since then it's grown, but I was the president of it, and basically it was a really tight group of people. It was the first year, so there was about 15 of us. We had technology that was just focused on Career Academy Green. So the environment, how we can calculate how much a hybrid car can save versus a car running on fuel, and every subject was just turned to green and what we can do for the environment. You don't go to school and say, why am I doing this? What is this, what is this doing for me?
Believe it or not, 45% of the fossil fuels in the United States are used in buildings, consumed by buildings, in the operation of those buildings. The vast majority of that electricity is generated by electrical plants that are fired by coal. And coal is the worst pollutant, fossil fuel pollutant we have out there. The other consideration is that buildings were not built to be energy efficient. They're extremely inefficient. So what you find is that your best return on investment in energy efficiency or renewable energies is investing in improving the efficiency of buildings.
The harvested energy is most powerful about 5 or 6 hours during the day. The peripherals on the edge, in a conventional system, they typically will underperform or even shut off on larger scale systems. With ours, because they're such small appliances, they can even harvest on the earlier and later parts of the day.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to work with the children and with the staff here. Hopefully this will have legs to it over the next 5 or 10 years. The interest level will increase. The real benefit is that what they have out there in the courtyard right now is totally scalable. So once they familiarize themselves with the basic building blocks, it's a cookie cutter, and they'll have the concepts to go forward and understand the communications techniques on the smart grid.
What that power could do right now is probably power my office, electric, lights, everything. And that's something in itself, and you see it's 12 panels, but the idea is that if we expand, if we start getting monies from companies and getting donations and getting the government to support us, we can actually put solar systems that will provide us with a reduction in energy costs here at the school and in the district, and then we can use that money to help educate our students.
What we wanted to do, and since we had the ground area, a courtyard, we want to be able to have the panels that they can actually touch. So we actually raised the panels up so they can actually see underneath it. We wanted them to be able to see how the wires are strong and run and secured. What this technology we put here, it's state of the art. It's called a microinverter. And what it does, it makes each individual panel work on its own. So if there's a shadow or a cloud that goes by, it may cover only one panel. The rest of the panels are working at 100%. On the older technology, that one panel actually pulled down the whole array, or the whole system, they actually reduce the power. The students today need to know what the renewable source is available to them, whether it's wind or solar. And what I look for the future is that we're driving around with electric cars. We're not using fossil fuels. We're not worried about the financial burdens that we're going to put on for them to use fossil fuels. You see that fossil fuels are continuously going up and down in cost. This is a fixed asset. The sun comes up every day and goes down every day. Guess what? Utilize it, grab it. And that's what this educational factor is.
This is just the start. I have already invited the governor, I've invited President Obama. I have made it open to anyone to come any day of the week. Day, night, middle of the night, I will open up to make sure they could see this program.